come to the bold analysis. This proposal by Kimani Ichun'gwa and Kithure Kindiki during the State House meeting today, when President hosted 5,000 grassroots leaders from Kiambu County, is a disgrace. That proposal is a big distress to this country. It is ironical, and ironical will be a less harsh adjective here. It is actually shameful for national leaders standing in front of the president to make an allegation to say that Kiambu County is to be shelved out of central province, or rather central region. These are leaders that have been posturing as nationalists. And I remember yesterday when Rigathi Gachagua was being interviewed by Yvonne Okwara, the question came and Yvonne was actually asking Rigathi why Rigathi is meeting leaders along tribal lines while he's a nationalist. I think that question, that I listened to Ichun'gwa and Kindiki and I dare ask a question. Even if you're looking for votes, even if you want to organize a voting bloc, does it have to get to such desperate levels? And what does someone achieve by such a proposal? I don't know whether you are shocked the way I was also shocked of that. And in this podcast, I will explain for you the 4 reasons why William Ruto is very wary about Kiambu vote. Kindly subscribe to our channel. And first, thank you very much for supporting this podcast. Thank you very much for supporting our April project, which we were doing in Njoro. We were building a house for Mama Rahab, who was blind and had lost husband in PEV and was living in a very bad, dilapidated house. But on top of that, she had also opened her arms for another abandoned boy in the community. I rallied you guys, and we came together in our special way to make sure that we could put up this house for Mama Rahab. Hapa ndio nyumba imefika. Tomorrow and Friday, they will still in Njoro. They are doing the final touches and finishing. On Saturday, we're going to have a small service there, a short service there, so that we can thank God for the great success of that Njoro project. If you will still want to partake of the remaining bit, which is to ensure kwamba tumembaia solar and tumembaia kitanda na the mattresses, you can still reach out, and I believe you can partake of this. Asanteni sana. We have really done. We've done several projects, but there is the way this one was special. And by the way, on Saturday, we will live stream the event from 10 a.m. So make sure you, hata kama hujafuata, you want to know everything in capture, we're going to live stream the event in this channel so that even if you're in diaspora, you will also partake and see what's happening there. Now, 5,000 people trooped in State House on Wednesday. The president, the man who postures as the nationalists, continues to meet people and, of course, meeting delegations from one region after the other. And for the first time, it had to be Kiambu, it had to be 5,000. I followed that. I did not see the Senator Karungo Dangwa. I also did not see the Governor Kimani Wamatangi. And I also did see Moses Kuria, who actually fell out with the Kenya Kwanza administration after. He's also a politician from Kiambu. And he didn't attend that meeting. The meeting was called for political reasons. But it cannot be that the meeting was called because someone thinks Kiambu should not be part of Central.
We have been Christian, the people of Mount Kenya. Lakini hawa watu wa Kiambu, ile milima wanaona ni Gong Hills na Kilimambogo. Na wamesema wao, they are a region by themselves. Kiambu ni region mzima ikiwa peke yake. Kanatiguo. Tono tukanie kaunti ithathatũ na citingikinyira andu aria me thiini wa Kiambu. Na kwa hivyo Your Excellency, tukija kwa wingi ni sababu tuko wengi, na kura pia tulikopea kwa wingi 2022. Na kwa ile kazi unatufanyia 2027, hawa ndio wataamua. Ama mshaamua? Mshaamua? Mnasemaje? Ati mnasemaje Kiambu?
Kiambu hoye! Kiambu hoye! Leo nimeona Kiambu imekuja kwa wingi. Ni fire si fire, ni fire si fire, ni noma si noma, ni two term si two term. Kwa hivyo nikisema harambee, mnasema two term. Harambee, harambee, harambee. Mheshimiwa Rais, mkutano wa leo ni mkutano wako, kwa hivyo sisi wengine tutafanya mikutano ingine. Tuko kwako, you are our host and this is your meeting. Mimi nimekuwa ground pale Kiambu, lakini nimekaakaa hii mwezi sijakanyanga Kiambu. Nataka nirudi kwa sababu Kiambu, mimi nakubaliana na wale wanasema Kiambu inatoshana ki-region yenyewe. Neguo kana teguo. Si Kiambu ni fire jameni. Ni fire si fire. Ni fire si fire. Naomba tusimame tumkaribishe Rais. Fire, 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 fire.
This is a proposal that came, statement that came from Ichun'gwa and Kindiki. I dare repeat, this is a big shame. Of course, at the time, we are talking about unity. At the time, we are talking about a united country. At the time, we are talking about we will not vote on tribes. The president's henchmen standing in front of him are making such a shocking statement. So, what is the objective? If development is to be done, it will be done. Now, okay, let's say, okay, is that development that is set aside for Mount Kenya? Is that how development should be? That if you're building roads, you have to set around, you know, and it makes me sick, by the way. Even when you are setting aside money for roads, are you supposed to set aside that I'm setting aside money for roads? This is 3 billion for Western. This is another 2 billion Nyanza. And is that how things are supposed to be done? Come on. Is that how things are supposed to be done? It should be like we're doing road X to Y there. We're doing another one from there to there. We're doing another one from there to there. It should not, should development be dished out like some sweets and they be given in cocoons of development so that someone go and say, no, I'm not. And let me think, let me be biased a bit. If you start saying that, should Luo Nyanza also start arguing that, there is a Basuba and there is Luo? Because si Ruto anaenda Homa Bay sana kuliko hata si ana Kisumu. Na tusemi, si anaenda Homa Bay sana. Why haven't we said now there is Homa Bay, where there is a Basuba, and then there is Kisumu, and is that the kind of politics that as a country we want to run on? So some of these things, when we see people, you really get thick. Now, this meeting was called by the president. And let me tell you, after these people made that proposal, William Ruto was talking about msidanganywe kwamba mnagawanywa.
Na waomba tuungane, tusikubali kugawanywa, you know, na watu ambao hawana mpango yoyote, you know, they have no plan. Hawajui tutapanga namna gani kilimo, hawajui tutapanga namna gani masomo, hawajui tutapanga namna gani biashara, hawajui tutapanga namna gani uchumi, hawajui tutapanga namna gani mambo ya afya. Ukiwauliza wanasema one term, Ruto must go, sijui nini. Mimi nauliza nyinyi watu wa Kiambu wenye kuamua mambo ya MCA, wenye kuamua mambo ya mbunge ama senator ama governor ama rais, ni hawa watu wanatuimbia ama ni nyinyi? Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua? Na si mtabima kila mtu na kazi yake ama namna gani? Kama mtu mumempatia kazi na ameshindwa, si aende akiendanga ama namna gani? Si hata kulima ni kazi? Mtu ambaye ameshindwa aende alime ama namna gani? Mimi nitakuja na scorecard yangu.
Now, between what Kindiki and Ichun'gwa is saying, and they've been sent to say that is the perception that sisi tuko wengi because we are the largest. Between what Kindiki and Ichun'gwa is saying and what Rigathi is saying, where is the difference? If you accuse Rigathi of tribalism, because that speaks Milima, then why don't you impeach Kindiki so and Ichun'gwa? Because he's as I was not talking about another Mulima. Is that how our politics should be done? And you can see how the president is winking. I always say, and this is a problem I have, and I've always said, regard this tribal, and the tribal tag is hanging here. But there are people that do not have the range to point and say regard this tribal, especially the political colleagues in government. Maybe wacha sisi tuseme. Wanasema hata wasiseme mwingine ni tribal. Let us point it. You cannot. The men who've been moving around calling the tribal, are they calling about Kiambu to be? Now, interestingly, if I want to tell you that at the moment, there is a hot debate going on in this country. And the debate is about SHA. I saw a statement from Atuoli. For the first time, Atuoli was making a lot of sense. That pesa imepotea kwa SHA. Some fictitious claims have been done. And instead of state sending EACC to go and arrest fellows at the Ministry of Health, Dole comes up with a press briefing telling us about how 45 hospitals have been, degazetted from SHA. Degazetting from SHA, has that, will that return the lost money? And is it just managing public emotions around the issue? Because now if you run headlines, 45 health facilities degazetted, removed from SHA, then you think you are telling us you've arrested the corruption. No. Degazetment is not an issue, and they don't fear. The issue is ile pesa yenye wale watu tulilipa fictitious claims. People who may be dispensaries that receive millions, level 4 hospitals that receive millions. That is the question that we should be able to answer. If you say, tell us you degazette them, so how does degazetting help the Kenyan people recoup their money? Degazettement is first to say there's a problem. Then there is this thing in the Ministry of Health. There is SHA. How can SHA investigate themselves over those irregularities? You want to tell me that those irregularities are just things that happened without them knowing? They knew. It is the systematic corruption. Now, today, when William Ruto was talking to those MPs, to those people from Kiambu, do you know he dodged that conversation and was talking about dollar, was talking about the debt, was talking about the subsidy for fertilizer. You know,
lazima niwajibike, na ndio sababu leo nimewaita hapa niwaeleze, hata kama ni kwa kifupi, ile kazi mulinipatia, ile maagano tulikuwa nayo mimi na nyinyi wakati tulikutana pale Limuru. Tukaagana, wewe tutakupatia hii nafasi na tunataka mambo hiwe mutaratara namna hii, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Tunaelewana? Of the 6 countries that were expected to default, all the 5 defaulted. Kenya did not. Nyinyi mnanielewa? Kenya did not. And I can stand here and tell you our economy is now in very sound footing. Our inflation has come down from 9.6% to 4%. Dollar reserves, because najua mmesoma, dollar reserves ambayo ilikuwa $5.7 billion, today it is $11.8 billion. We have doubled our dollar reserves. We have increased our import cover of dollars from 2.5 months to 5.2 months of import cover. Nini mnanielewa? 2 months ago, nyinyi mnafuata mambo yanavyoendelea duniani. 2 months ago, IMF wenyewe wakasema, wakatoa taarifa ya performance of different economies in the world. And Kenya, which was struggling in 2022, by 2025, Kenya had grown its economy. We were number 8 in 2022. Today, we are number 6. We have overtaken Ethiopia. We have overtaken Angola. Nini mnanielewa? And that is why I can stand here and confidently tell you we have managed this economy well and the future is bright. Kupunguza gharama ya maisha.
Sisi tulitaka kusikia mambo ya SHA. Huko sasa is telling them about the way the trillions, and in fact there is 2.5 months. If we and this is a clear message, we don't have what to tell the people. We have so much to wink them that we don't have what to tell the people. And sometimes I agree. When you have loyalty meetings, meetings where you seem to go and even recite the loyalty pledge for the country before you even start, and you've been given money, so you clap and this and that. But there is an issue that is happening. President Ruto is simply applying the divide and rule in Mount Kenya. And I will want to ask Kindiki and Ichun'gwa. Now they are the most in government now. They hold one of the most powerful positions in the two arms. Kindiki is the deputy president, closest to become a president, majority leader Kimani Ichun'gwa. So today it is convenient to plaque Kiambu that Kiambu is not from Mount Kenya. So tomorrow, when you also want to thrust the national politics, So you'll go to talk to Kiambu and say Kiambu is from where? You know, we know that the area is big. The geographical space area for Kiambu is huge compared to other counties. True. It's one of the largest counties. Instead of saying not being Mount Kenya, remember there is no resources being divided like we are taking more to Mount Kenya. If it is about counties, we only have constituencies and counties. What we should actually be talking about is probably dividing the county into two. Probably Kiambu West County and Kiambu East, or Kiambu South or Kiambu West, or Kiambu North. That would make a bit more sense because you can divide. If you divide, more money will go to those counties or them getting more constituencies. But if you divide and you say that it's not in Mount Kenya, is there money? Is there some devolution money that goes now when we are wishing development money? Yeah, in Mount Kenya. Is there something like that? Or are we just out of our senses? Siasa iko na mchezo mingi sana. Sometimes angalia hizo sana hata itaikuwa mwanasiasa. Yaani mtu anakuanga siasa anakaa sasa anakaa vala. Okay, this is it. This is just to deflate the Mount Kenya vote that is coalescing around Rigathi. Instead of making this proposal, they should just go kwa ground waongee na watu. You know, and so someone say now Rigathi has, and you know the plan. Kindiki to take Mount Kenya East, Mount Kenya West. And then Rigathi to have Murang'a, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, and Laikipia. And then we have Kiambu. I don't know who want to have Kiambu. I'm telling you, by then let me say this. If the likes of Kindiki and Ichun'gwa think that they are making Ruto happy by entertaining such, you know, such reckless proposals, then they are only killing the Mount Kenya dream. They're actually killing their own bargain. Ruto is planning to use Ichun'gwa and Kindiki as agents of division. And you know what it will cause? This is going to set a war path with them as other places are uniting. Wakati anaenda kusema Kirinyaga isikue, si aende pale Rift Valley aende kusema sasa Narok, you know, go and say Bomet is not Kalenjin. We bet Bomet has Kipsigis. Can you say Bomet and Kericho is not? I think the other thing here is this. Ruto is simply targeting Uhuru influence. And one of the things he's doing, probably he would want to create that so that if Uhuru influence would emerge, then there will be the politics of Uhuru comes from Kiambu, who has gotten the deputy president. So he cannot come to it. Uhuru should be influential to Kiambu. It is a very bad brand of politics, and it is a very dangerous one. I don't know what Ichun'gwa and Kindiki are actually supposed to achieve with that. Thank you.